Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the Lego Ninjago movie Green Ninja Mech Dragon. This is set number 70612, 544 pieces, and pretty much all made up out of the sand green color, which is kind of a highly sought after color. I've never really seen the kind of lore to that color. It's a little bit different, it's earth tone, so I mean, it's okay, but I've never really used that color in really many of my mocks. But anyway, there's a little bit of a hype because of that color of this. We do have 4 minifigures in here. We have Lloyd, Wu, looks like one of the thugs, one of the ocean thugs, and then of course Garmadon. So, see the back of the box shows you another picture of the dragon. It does show you how long it is, 60 centimeters or roughly about 23 inches long. So it's going to be a pretty long model, not necessarily extremely tall. We'll just have to see how it all comes together. All right, so what do we got here? We have 2 instruction books, one that's what I would consider smaller, and then this is more of a medium-sized instruction book. So those 2, there should be a sticker sheet. It looks like they're stickers based on the box art, which I am not seeing any stickers. Oh, you know what? It is all the way in the bottom of the box because it was folded up. So hopefully these aren't damaged. It's kind of folded a little bit, but overall it's in decent shape. All right, so we have numbered bags. Obviously we're going to start with bag number 1. Good amount of parts in bag 1. And then we have the 2 bags of small parts. Pretty standard packaging system here. If you're new to my videos, I do daily build videos for the most part. I've missed a few days here and there, but for the most part I always try to do some daily ones. So probably get a lot of new viewers to my videos because of the Ninjago movie, so appreciate all the new people. Make sure you subscribe if you like this video. We do a ton of Lego build videos, so if you love this, you'll love everything else. Alright, so here is Lloyd. The first thing we build is the minifigures, or Lloyd, 2 L's. I love the 2-piece mask that goes over the ninjas' faces. And Lloyd has a pretty large blade in comparison to the standard ninja sword. It's kind of more along the lines of a machete type of blade. But either way, it's a little bit different. And it has the pearlescent gold tassel piece hanging down. So that's our only minifigure for this bag. So now we're going to begin the build of the dragon. There's no accessory vehicles or builds or anything with this. It is just jump right into the dragon. Now a lot of the other Ninjago movie sets have some of the villain vehicles. Obviously our last one that we did is the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon. That was a villain's temple, or bad guy temple, whatever you want to call it. So there's plenty of mixture of both good and bad guy stuff, so this just happens to be one that's strictly a ninja vehicle, a Ninjago vehicle. So you can see the difference in color. This is the sand green color versus the kind of the forest green color. And this is regular green. Green, darker green, and then the sand green. So the bulk of the body, you can see a lot of elements in this pile is that sand green color. All right, so we move that piece to the side. Build another little accessory piece or module to the dragon. Let's see, what am I looking for? Two 2x3s. I was looking for a 2x6. It was not in there. Alright, so we have this green brick that I was just showing you. The green brick has studs on the side. So we have our little joint piece. So this is where our articulation points are going to be for the dragon. It's probably where legs are going to connect to. So we'll bring this over. Attach that right next to the sand green brick. Move that to the side. Have another little module to build. It's going to consist of some Technic elements. That's the other thing that's pretty consistent with Ninjago theme as a whole, not just the movie sets, but all Ninjago sets have a good amount of Technic elements designed into them. So if you're not quite familiar with Technic, but you want to build these sets, then it will give you a good kind of introduction to Technic. Alright, so there's that piece. That'll go there. This little angled arm piece, we got quite a few of those in the Water Strider set. If you've missed any of my Lego Ninjago movie builds, I'll have a link in the description for all of those builds. It's basically a playlist of all of my Ninjago movie builds. So check it out. Get caught up on what I'm building or what I have built. By 4s, 1 and 2. It's actually a 1x4. Two of them makes a 2x4. Okay, we have a slopes. Couple bricks, so this is definitely making the body. I mean, we're just stacking up quite a few plates and bricks. And we have two Technic bricks. Technic bricks are the ones with the holes, little pinholes in them. All right, so that's looking good so far. Move that to the side while we build something else. Have an assortment of these slopes, kind of create a curved body piece. And then these studs that are sticking off the side there, we're actually going to go ahead and connect that right onto it. So that looks cool. Time for some more Technic pieces. And this is a Speed Champions wheel. Put a blue stud right in the middle. Slide an axle with a stop. One of these pieces and a whoa! Almost threw that on the floor. Trans blue cone shape. This blue pin will attach right into that Technic pinhole that I was just showing you a little while ago. So you can see that kind of has this rotational play feature. Those two plates with the Technic pin. Alright, it's time for our first sticker. And the sticker sheet is good size, considering the size of this set. It's not small, it's not super huge though. So our first sticker. Stickers are numbered on the sheet. So this is sticker number 14. Just adds a little bit of what I would consider like dragon scales. Alright, so this looks like we're going to create the other side, the same little folding, rotating piece, whatever you want to call it. Alright, push this one in here. Kind of looks like some booster engines. So we have these plates with the Technic pin, pretty much repeating our steps from the other side. Our baby bow shape. Time for the other sticker, sticker number 15. Couple more of these wedge bricks to kind of create the way the body's kind of tapering down to this point back here. With all of the wedge bricks kind of facing the same way. Now we have clip, plate, clip, and, I knew I was bound to drop one. Okay, that plate locks everything in. Now we have this piece here. It's used, I've seen this on the Lego City space shuttles. It's basically like a bay door that opens up. But in this case, it looks like we're using this body element. Has a sticker on it. Looks like an arrow pointing towards the engine exhaust, along with a warning of no step. Have the same sticker on this side. It's just a mirrored version of it. Okay. good to me. Alright, these Technic elements go like that. So with Technic, you have to really make sure that you get the pins in the right holes. So as I'm putting these together, sometimes I get kind of quiet because I'm studying the instructions just to make sure I'm putting everything in the right spot. And usually what I do is I count the holes. Like if there's a pin a couple holes over from the end, I count how many holes over it goes. So that's kind of why I may get quiet when I'm studying the instructions. It's kind of one of those things can you talk and read at the same time? Like read something in your mind and then talk at the same time. Like I can look at a picture and talk at the same time and understand where parts are supposed to go. But sometimes when you're reading, you can't really talk at the same time. I don't know. Does that even make sense? Or am I just rambling right about now? Alright, that looks good. Okay, we have these slotted, sloped pieces. We have 2 of them. 2 more of these curved bricks. And 1 of those. So you can see we have a consistent kind of stair-stepped of these plates with the click hinge piece on the top. So those are probably going to be a detail that we're going to connect to it. Alright, so look at that. We've got the body going pretty well. And from looking at the instruction or the picture on the box, it looks like this is kind of the very middle of the dragon. There's going to be I guess this is the shoulders where the front legs are going to attach. And then there's going to be a neck piece that comes out. So let's not keep talking about it. Let's actually build it. So we're done with bag 1. Let's go ahead and move on to bag number 2. Okay, with all the bag 2 parts dumped out, we are moving on to our next minifigure. And this is one of the sea creature thugs, but this guy actually has a name on the cover or the box. This guy's name is Charlie. So he may be one of the supporting characters in the movie. So I know you guys are watching this in the future from when I've recorded this, but as of recording this video, the movie has not yet been released. So any reference to characters or anything that may or may not happen in the movie is pretty much a guess or a coincidence, if I guess it right. Alright, so that's our second minifigure for the set. Basically the only minifigure in this bag. So, who knows? Maybe it's 1 minifigure per bag. There's 4 bags of parts and 4 minifigures in the set. So, that would be a nice treat if we just did 1 per bag. Alright, so you could see we're starting with more green. I do like these inverted baby bow shapes, kind of where it creates that inverted curved slope. I was doing some sorting and storing of parts of, I disassemble a lot of these sets that I build. probably about 90% of them that I build get disassembled pretty soon after they're built. But anyway, as I was sorting them, I ran into quite a few of those inverted slopes, and my collection of them is getting to be a good size of them to where I can actually start incorporating them into some of my mocks. Because I like to build bigger mocks, and the struggle with big mocks is you have to have a lot of parts. So luckily, with the quantity of sets that I do, the parts accumulate almost faster than I can use them, to be honest with you. I do have a couple good sized bins that I'm slowly going through and sorting and storing them away. It's a very slow process just because of the quantity of parts, but it's something that I kind of enjoy doing because I'm kind of a neat freak, and I like to have stuff organized and a spot for it. And when it's all just dumped in a bin, that kind of drives me crazy. Anyway, that was a long story just about those inverted slopes. Alright, so you can see we're kind of repeating this detail again with this click hinge part on the top. Oops, and that was not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a trans green slope. There we go. And the double wide sand green. So that, and we have a slope. There's where we use the sand green piece. Alright, we have a wedge brick. This gets a sticker. Sticker number 3. Looks like there's 4 sticker number 3. Because each one is a little strip. So that one simply go there. Turn the model around. I'm going to repeat some of those steps here. And we have this wedge piece that gets another one of the sticker number 3s. And we have 2 of the little wedge flag pieces. Alright, so we'll bring over this body part. Let me try to orient it the way they have it in the instructions. It goes like this, and then like that. And you can see the holes here are going to line up with the holes right there and there. So we line those up, and we take a Technic axle, slides all the way through. We put 2 of these half bushings on here. So that locks it in place, and you can see it creates a point of articulation where that can hinge side to side. And then it hits these little rubbery Technic pieces. See how it squishes that? Right there, if you look right there. See it squishing it? So that allows it to move, but then the rubber squishes back out and pushes it back where it was originating from. So that's pretty cool. So move that to the side. Looks like we're going to build a leg. we have these click hinge pieces that snaps in. You can hear it clicking as it's moving up and down. It clicks like that, so it basically holds itself in place whenever you pose it. So you can pose the dragon in kind of like a fighting stance or a landing pose or just whatever pose you want it in. And those clicks will more or less hold it in place. We have a stud launcher with a trigger. That goes there. There has been one set that I can think of. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but there was one set that came that had these stud launcher guns with the trigger already attached onto it. See that little gray piece you have to put in there? Every other set that I can remember, I had to click that trigger piece on. So I don't know if it was like a test set where they're trying it out to see if it was beneficial to have them pre-assembled. Not quite sure what was going on with it, but I do remember that. Alright, so we take this piece and this will click on right here. And it will fold back like that. You can see it creates a leg. Alright, move that to the side. We have another one. We have the other click hinge piece. This is pretty much identical to what we just built. Let's see. Oops, I was looking for the wrong piece. Need this guy. So here's the gun without the trigger. And then here's the trigger piece. And it's one of those pieces that it's what I call a click of no return. Once it's on there, it's not coming off. It's meant to be on there permanently. Unlike most all Lego pieces that you put on, like if I put this piece on, you know, you can take it off and put it somewhere else if you want. But these little trigger pieces, once they're in there, they're not supposed to come out. So, the click of no return. A couple more of our little spiked toes. And that will go right here. And just like the other one, snap it onto that joint. Fold it down just like that. Now, we have 4 of these guys. So it's basically this little bar receptacle with a bar on it that we're going to put a black tooth or horn piece, claw, whatever you want to call it. Click them on just like that. These claw pieces, they're a soft rubber, so even though they're pointed, they usually don't really scratch you or poke you or anything, which is a good thing. It's a safety thing, because I mean you are going to be playing with this. But the bad thing about it is they can be tricky to actually insert into the bar holes. So it's like you can't have everything perfect. So these are slightly different. They're the Technic little click hinge piece. And they have a black blade type element on it. Basically these click all the way back until they hit the green cheese slopes that are there. And last one, if I don't drop it. And there it is. All right, let me see here. Yep, so that completes our first 2 bags. It also completes our first instruction book. So we're gonna end this portion of the video here. It's been about 30 minutes. So that's about how long I try to keep these episodes. So like I said, if you're new here, I do these build videos. I try to keep them semi-short. So, you know, if you wanna watch one before you go to bed, or if you're, you know, a lunch break or something and you just need 30 minutes to kill, that's kind of what I try to keep these videos at, is about 30 minutes. Now, if you're spending some time on the weekend just binge watching, I've got tons of videos on this channel. So you can binge watch for weekends and probably still not see everything. So make sure to check out all the videos I have on this channel. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to tell me how you found this video, and we will see you in the next one.